attacked except one, cattle fat grazing.
What's your primary reason for going back to Tristan?
Because I've been living here about 60 years, that's why. I'd like to go back to the old home again. But you know, the old saying, I'll say, there's no place like home.
What do you like the least about life in Britain?
My own place, I like the place. On one hand, I'd like to go back, and on the other hand, I'd like to stay. On one, I'd like to go back, and getting too old now. I'd rather go back to Tristan where I got a quiet life. I think when you get a certain age, you like to live a quiet life. That's my idea.
What's the biggest difference between life here and life in Tristan?
The difference between your life and Tristan life is quieter, that's all. You don't hear no traffic, that's all. Because I know that's what we will miss, the traffic here.
You'll miss it?
Yes, we miss the motor cars. I'll be sitting in my home and listening. fancy I can hear a motor cart going.
That's not good.
What do I look at? This
Right,
thing
well,
here, are you?
This is the advance party going back to Tristan. Do you think that the 18 months the islanders have had in this country will have any adverse or complementary effects when they get back to Tristan?
Well, it's extremely difficult to say. I don't think it will have had an awful effect upon them. They've lived very much as the community which left the island, and I don't think that 20th century civilization as we know it will have had all that much impact upon them.
Radios, television.
Well, they had radios before. Television they don't seem to have worried very much about.
I see. In the 18 months since the islanders have been away. Sorry, can you cut there? Are you glad to be returning to Tristan?
Oh yes, I quite enjoyed my previous 2 years there, and I think this will be an interesting.
And how long are you likely to be there this time?
2 years.
You will be there for 2 years.
God willing.
God willing. The volcano is extinct now, or is it quite? Is there any likelihood? Do the people that know whether it will be erupting again?
Well, it's quiet at the moment. There's about as much chance of it erupting as you're getting knocked over if you go along the main road in this country. Nobody can tell.
Fine.
How many of you are going back on this trip?
About 51.
How have you found life in England?
Well, it's, I find it quite nice, but, well, not as nice as home.
Why is it nicer at home?
Well, it's much quieter, and we don't have some of the things that happen on Tristan.
I think we'd be interested in hearing what some of these things are that happen in England.
Well, it's nice and quiet in Tristan. We don't have any traffic of any sort, so that's one thing we don't have. And also, we don't have any murders or, or any crime in Tristan. So,
Do you have locks on your doors in Tristan?
well, we don't have to have them on our doors. Not to say that people would steal from us, they wouldn't.
Do you think that there'll be any changes in your way of life as a result of the 2 years you've been here?
Well, I don't know, but I should think among the younger folk there'd be, quite a change in the way of their dress and, general activities.
What do you think that the younger folks will, what ways do you think that they will adopt?
Well,
Take your time.
you mean what?
Well, apparently there are some things that you like and some things that you didn't like about life here, and the things you like you will adopt. So what would they be?
Well, the things I like here were it was the way of dress. I thought, adopt the way of dress on Tristan. And dancing and all that. Like they do here, we don't have any jiving or twists there, but they'll all take that back when we go back to Tristan.
You think that there's going to be the Tristan twist when we get back?
Not exactly.
But a modified version of it?
I should think so.
I think that we'd like to hear what you have to find fault with about life in England.
Well, it's all one big rush.
And it's not that way in Tristan.
No.
Do you think that Tristan will be welcoming immigrants from the outside?
Well, I don't know. I don't really know about that.
Have you found any people here that have said they'd like to go back with you?
Oh yes, lots. I don't think Tristan would hail all that would say they'd like to go back with us.
What have you told people about life there that has made it so attractive?
Well, the way we live, I think, like no crime or anything. I think they find that they like that way of life and peace and quiet some people like.
Are you planning to stay there the rest of your life once you get back?
Well, yes, I think so, but I may come back for a holiday.
Thank you very much. You decided to stay in England?
Oh, well, yes, I've been in England for some time. I didn't come out with the volcano.
Does that mean you don't plan to go back at all?
Well, after I finished all my training and everything, I think I might go back for about 2 years.
What are you training for?
Well, at the moment I'm at school, but I think I might be a teacher after I leave school.
You think you'd like to teach on Tristan?
Yes.
What do you find to say good and what do you find to say bad about life in England?
Well, I like the opportunities for travelling and there's different sorts of entertainment and with different people. Like Pam, I don't like the idea that you have to lock up your doors at night and that if you go out after dark, you're scared. People in England, they don't seem to go to church very much at all. They just stay at home and go out with their transistor radios on Sunday afternoon. I don't like that.
What do you like best about Tristan? How about the climate?
Well, of course it's warmer and windy. I like the wind. And, it's nice and quiet.
Have you heard anything about her? Have you ever been to America?
I've got a fifth cousin in America, and she writes to me.
What do you think about America from what you know?
Well, I don't like America very much from what I know.
Well, what have you heard?
Well, I don't know, Americans seem to think that they're the best, when they do things to people, you know, they're being terribly kind, and everybody naturally loves an American because he is an American.
That's not true.
That's what I think.
I see. Fine. How about you? Heard anything about America?
Well, I have some pen friends in America, but I just hear occasionally, but I don't know anything really.
No fixed idea.
No.
Thank you very much, both.
Sure.
Peacefully, volcano moderately tranquil. So for the moment anyhow, Tristan seems peaceful again.